But the Obama administration did take steps to save money today. Press Secretary Jay Carney saying 480 staffers at the Office of Management and Budget have received furlough notices. They have to take unpaid days off. And Michelle, more on that. Jay Carney also told reporters that they're going to significantly scale back on equipment purchases, curtail staff travel, and reduce the use of air cards.
Don't move, Seema. Stick around. Let's bring back Christy Setzer and Ron Meyer, talk about these budget cuts. Is this the way the sequester should have gone? I mean, there were all this fear-mongering about how planes were going to fall from the sky, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, that's turned out to be exaggeration, right?
I don't know that it's fear-mongering. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to furlough air traffic controllers, but I think what the White House is showing here is that they're really going to walk the walk. I mean, they had talked for a long time about the sequester being a pain that was going to be felt by everyone on all sides. Clearly, it's going to be felt within among their own employees.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is totally a PR ploy. I mean, just to tie back to the last segment, the waste segment, this $43 billion in waste, we could have funded 45,000 years of White House tours. That comes from Celia Bigelow at Breitbart.com, who did that calculation. I thought it was a great comparison. And what this whole sequence of sequester cuts that he's paraded out here like this, it's been frankly disingenuous and almost insulting to the American people's intelligence to say that we have to cut here and cut there. We had plans on the table on both sides of the aisle to avoid this. President Obama championed none of them.
Still, there's a lot of people at OMB who are out of a job. I have sympathy for them, right?
Furloughed.
But ultimately, when you're going to make government smaller, at some point, the government's going to have to get smaller, and that means people losing their jobs, right?
Well, I think that, I mean, we can stop hiring people, for instance, so we don't necessarily have to fire people, but stop the continuous hiring.
We have, by the way. I mean, there has been a government, a pay freeze for the last couple of years in a lot of different the agencies. There's also been a hiring freeze as well. So we have been sort of making these cuts. Government is smaller.
Well, the budgets of every department have grown every single year for the whole time during the Obama administration. So we can talk about salary pay freezes, but the government spending keeps growing. And so we have to do is look at solutions of how we actually cut things, how we reduce things, and not to have a limited government, just to have a sustainable government.
Christy, I want to point out something that you said. The way you talked, you equated a pay freeze with a cut. And that's the problem, right? I mean, it's not a cut, it's a freeze. I mean, there's got to be real cuts to spending at some point, or else it just gets out of control.
There does, but it's obviously not going to be solved through the sequester. The problem with the sequester is that there was no logic to the way that the cuts were going down. We weren't being intelligent about, agencies that maybe had already been putting out very efficient programs and, were running things really well. So this just isn't the way to get things done. I don't know.
I think in response to today's announcement, also the question is, why now? I think that was a lot of the speculation or the chatter on the street today. We knew the sequester was coming. Just an interesting timing to put out that release.
Well, especially when they haven't done a budget yet.
Right.
I mean, cutting the OMB when they haven't done a budget is kind of ironic almost.
All right, Seema, thank you so much. Seema Modi, Christy Setzer, and Ron Meyer. Is this it? Were you saying good night? Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. All right.